What is going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? TGIF. Happy Friday to you all. I actually had off today, and it's a perfect day to have off because Anakin, the Artisan series, Anakin Skywalker, dropped this morning. We also have a Darth Vader drop as well. So lots of exciting stuff to talk about. So I just wanted to kind of go live a little bit this morning and talk about my thoughts, especially since we did not have a Wolfpack Wednesday show this past week. Nonetheless, still been very busy getting content out. Got what did I get out? My Display Heroes custom bases video. John Wick just went live this morning about an hour ago. And I thought I did something else too. I think the Stormtrooper was late last week. So within the last week, I've gotten those 3 videos out. So you guys can feel free to go check them out. They're a lot of fun to do. That John Wick figure is really cool. I actually just started going through the 4 movies this week as well. So I'm actually midway through the 4th one and kind of enjoying that as well. So yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. It's Star Wars stuff. We all like Star Wars content, but let's see who's joining us this morning in the chat. Looks like we have about 15 watching to start. And I know this is not my normal time, but this was an impromptu live. So hopefully get to see some of those familiar faces in the chat, but also hopefully we get to see some people that maybe normally can't make it for a Wolfpack Wednesday live on Wednesday night. So we got Christian Crosshair Cooper waking up early with us this morning. Good day to you, sir. We got my father, Django, channel member, photographer, good dude, loves Star Wars. Hello, happy Friday. TGIF to you. Action in the Box. This is a guy I'm talking about. Don't always get to see him on Wolfpack Wednesdays because of the time change, but it's good to see Ricardo in here. Thank you for being a continued channel member, my friend. And then we got the GOAT himself, Hawk Wars Toys. Says, what's up, Jedi? Not only is this guy a good seller, but he is a good friend. And that is obviously more important. But if you guys need a hookup with figures, I just saw on his eBay site, he's got the Flash Batman up there. I believe I also saw Sabine. So if you guys are looking for those figures, go check out Hawk's store on eBay. He can help you out. We got Big Dog Pound 1. Woo! At the Jedi Knights Watch. Hawk Wars Toys action in the box. TGIF. Hope you're doing well this morning. We also got Cairo. Anakin, you were the chosen one, man. I don't like to overreact because I always want to see in-hand stuff first, right? You know, blogger photos can be very deceiving. We have different angles. We have different lighting. But at the same time, in the present moment, this is what we have to go off of. So we're just going to talk about our thoughts on that. You guys know me. I feel like the old guy in the room because I'm very pessimistic when it comes to rooted hair, especially on male figures, like where it's like shoulder length and shorter, like Anakin, Loki, Joker. I just feel like sculpted is the way to go, because unless you get that rooted hair just right, it just doesn't look good. It looks like a wig. It looks fake. It looks like some sort of raccoon or something just sitting on his head. I don't know. It's just off. It doesn't look that great. It doesn't look real to me. So I always just love the sculpted because what they do is they get the hair perfectly in place where it should be. You have the perfect volume in the hair and you don't have to mess with it. And when you're a foot or more away from the figure, you cannot tell if it's rooted or sculpted. Like I'm looking at my Joker right now and I couldn't tell if it was the Artisan or the sculpted Joker. So I don't know. To me, it might be a hot take, but I'm just not sold on this Artisan line. And that has nothing to do with some of the stuff that's been coming up in Facebook groups with Joker's hair turning orange or the hair falling out. I mean, that to me, that looks like, again, from the outside looking in, maybe more of like user error, maybe putting chemicals in there and then some kind of reaction is happening or being too... I don't know, too aggressive with the hair when styling it. I don't know. DLO The Collector, God bless his soul, best friend of the channel, but I know he's messed with his Artisan Joker a lot, and he's never had a problem with any of that stuff. So to me, as long as you're just taking care of it, styling it with water should be fine. But again, not I'm not the expert. Rooted hair because it scares me. It's not something that I want to deal with. I don't want to bring figures into the collection that I have to maintain hairstyles. And I also know that Steve, another BFF of the channel, has the Wonder Woman WB100, and he's never had to mess with the hair once. So, you know, I don't know. It's just I don't know if it's something that I want to go down and worry about. But I do have the Black Widow Artisan pre-ordered, so that one I'm in on, and I'm hoping for the best. But at the same time, I just feel like there's nothing wrong with sculpted. We don't have to look at it as like the ugly stepchild. It's a great option. Obviously, with this Anakin, we didn't get that option, which is very sad. So we're gonna take a look at these pictures here in a minute. Just want to say hi to Malachite. Artisan line is really disappointing so far. And again, they're only 2 in, but the other thing that goes with the Artisan line that I factor in is price. You know, when I'm paying this much money for a figure, I mean, it's got to be damn perfect. It's got to be something that I don't have to mess with. I shouldn't be paying this kind of money and then having issues with it. But again, we're going to look at the pictures. We do have a video actually to watch too. We got some in-hand stuff. So maybe that'll sway us one way or another yet too. I'm not so sure. But speaking of BFFs of the channel, we do have Figures in Fandom, member for 19 months. He says, hi, Grail, gotta work, bye. Too sweet to you, my friend. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. I know he is, Steve is obviously never going to overreact to anything. He wants to get all the information, see it in hand, which we should, honestly, before we overreact. But today we're going to react and just give you our thoughts on what we think. Again, hit me up in the poll too. Let me know what your thoughts are. I got some options there on what you think about the figure. We got Adam Olson joining us this morning. Never really have the opportunity to catch you guys live. Much appreciation from Sweden. Not a big fan of the Artisan line. I mean, to me, it's kind of nice because, like, I do have the Artisan Jack Sparrow, but that one's different because it's braided, it's dreaded. So it's there's not as much maintaining at all. It's kind of in place. I don't have to worry about it. But other than that, Black Widow is the only other one that I have pre-ordered. Adam, thank you so much for catching us live, and cheers to you, my friend. Let's see. Christian says, I hope to get a waitlist conversion on Anakin. Man, that was blowing up my feed yesterday on Facebook. I was seeing so many people getting their conversions, and my poor friend DLO and Brick, just nothing came their way. So they thought maybe their email was broken, but maybe it's not meant to be. But who knows? Maybe people will overreact today and there will be more conversions. We'll have to wait and see. Hawk says, not a huge fan of the 2 new drops. Yeah, we're going to talk about that Vader too. I got to stop looking at figures as soon as I wake up. I'm in bed. I don't have my contact lenses in, and I'm looking and I see this Vader and I'm like, what is the, like, what's the difference here? I don't understand. I thought it was lighting at first, but so they did a good job, like, making you think the figure, like, that's how it was lit and that's how it looks and stuff, but it's the paint application. So I was like, I get it now. I get it. We got Kenny. Good morning. People are speculating that folks are being negative towards this Anakin so others cancel their purchase. It could be a tactic. That's completely true. You know, and I'm thinking too, like, I don't have the figure pre-ordered. Am I acting this way? Like, if my thoughts are negative, is it because I don't have the figure pre-ordered and I'm just kind of salty? But then you can look at it the other way. If somebody does have it pre-ordered and they think it looks good and they're like, no, I'm not having it, not hearing it. Is it because they do have it pre-ordered and they're just too proud? So, like, who knows? Hopefully we can find a little bit of middle ground, but I could definitely see that. We got Hammer of God. WTF, you're live. Oh shit, yeah, we got off today, so I got a little bit of time. Got the kids upstairs. The wife is helping out, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go live, talk to the friends about this Anakin. I want to see if what their thoughts are, and yeah. Also, Action in the Box, channel member for 19 months, right on Figures in Fandom's heels when it comes to that. Jack Sparrow Artisan Edition is phenomenal. It really is. It is one of the better figures that I've had in my collection. I can say that in all honesty. It's so much detail, so much cool accessories. The base is great, has its flaws, but the figure itself, if you're just looking at it aesthetically, breathtaking, just breathtaking. We got Austin Collects. I'm happy overall with it. The Proto was a 10 out of 10. That's true. And this is what I'd consider a 9. Can't wait to get it in hand. And obviously, if you're new to the game, we've got to be willing to accept that from Proto to release, there's going to be a drop in quality, just a little bit, like 10% maybe. It's going to get softer. We're going to lose some detail, but the hair is what's the issue with me. Like, you got to get the hair perfectly right or it throws the whole figure off. And that's my issue. And that's not something that I'm familiar with doing. Again, the only rooted figure in my collection right now is Gamora. That's an older figure. Got it from Hawkworth Toys, by the way. And I've had the Catwoman and maybe 1 or 2 other ones that had rooted hair. But right now, that's the only one I have. So again, I'm not the one that futzes with this. Like, DLO The Collector is the one that knows. But spoiler alert, even he is not happy with this release. The downgrade from Proto is too much, in my opinion, for the amount of money being paid for Artisan. I decided to bypass this for Darkseid Anakin. That's the thing. Like, when you're paying premium money, you almost can't have the drop off. Like, you just can't. It's a limited figure. It's so much money. Like, I'm drawing a line in the sand, and I'm the first one to say I'm a hypocrite. I said I couldn't spend money on this, but it's the 89 Batmobile, and I'm like, I got to do what I got to do just to get this in the collection. So some people are probably like that for specific Artisan figures, but I'll never be the one to just collect Artisan because being limited just isn't enough for me. I got to love the character. I got to love how the character looks in figure form. And if those aren't getting checked off for me, then it's going to be something that I'm going to pass. And I just can't justify spending that much money regularly on figures. So I'd rather get, I want it to be quality over quantity, but at the same time, if I don't see the quality there, then I'm going to have to pass on it myself. I have Bucky on pre-order as my first Artisan, and I'm very worried. Anakin is the worst Artisan so far. Yeah, and to be fair, he's only I guess technically the third, but pretty much the second release. With Joker's good. The problem that I had with Joker as well, it's the details. So again, it goes back to the hair. But this is what the selling point is the hair, but I'm not impressed. I feel like with Joker, the hairline is off. There's too much volume in the top of the head, not like mine, right? But Anakin too, it's like, it almost looks like it's separated from the head. It looks like a wig. It just doesn't look natural. And again, we're going to get to these photos, but right now, I guess I'm just talking about my thoughts and feelings going into it. The hair does look like a rat. You said it correctly. People gave away the standard Anakin $437, and now watch that figure increase in price again. That would be interesting. That's going to be something that I'm curious to to watch and see. I'm actually happy I didn't fall into the Artisan trap. Only Joker and Winter Soldier. The hair quality to me of the final version looks worse than Proto. Looks too wiggish. Again, it's true. And you're using better quality hair, rooted hair. But again, if you don't get it right, it's proportions, like the proportions of a figure. If the proportions are off, it doesn't look realistic. It doesn't sell that realism factor. And then if you're not sold that this is the closest 1/6 version to something real that we can get, then it's not good enough. Like for me, the reason why I collect 1/6 in general is because of the realism factor. Like, I want a representation in my collection that looks as authentic to the character as possible. And again, you could be like, well, show me a better Anakin Skywalker, and I couldn't. So again, some people are like, well, this is the best we can get. But to me, it's almost like a principle thing. Like, I'm just not going to spend that kind of money. Yeah, and the hair color too. Why did the hair color change? It's definitely darker. But again, lighting, I don't know. We're gonna take a look at a video here in a minute too. Now, you just said wig, which is what I see around the parted area near the middle of the hairline. Yeah, we got X-Man Supreme. Good morning. Happy Friday. Anakin is the 4th Artisan. Everyone keeps overlooking Imposter Joker. That was the 1st. Oh, yeah, because that's right. The one I'm overlooking is actually Jack Sparrow, because to me, it almost doesn't seem like an artisan figure because of the dread. So I almost in my head don't even count that. But yes, you're right. It is technically the 4th. I was thinking it was the 3rd because I was counting Joker, but I wasn't counting Jack. Thank you for that, X-Men. Okay, well, let's take a look. Let's just start with the protos. Let me make this, there we go, a little bit bigger here. So I do think some angles, this looks actually pretty good, and then others, it looks pretty bad. So we're just going to take a look at it. I don't think there's any issues with anything outside of the head, just to start that off. Like, I do think the head sculpt looks pretty good, but I do think that's a downgrade as well. But I do think it's much better than the original, the 1.0 Revenge of the Sith figure. So take that for what it's worth. So here's, you know, obviously the figure as well. Again, to me, it just looks like there's just too much volume in the hair. Too poofy, too 80s perm-like. I don't know. It's like, this one doesn't look terrible. Not bad. Not bad. I think if, again, you get this angle here, it looks pretty decent. But here, we're starting to see more of like too full, too bouncy, too thick, too much volume. Same here too. I don't know. It's almost like it's too perfect, too form fitted. Not when I say tightness or anything like that, but like there's no, I don't know, there's no strays. It just doesn't look real to me. We got Valkyrie Magnus joining us this morning. Happy Friday to you. We got Field to Burn, TGIF. We got 40 in the house on this spontaneous Jedi Knights Watch live stream. Thank you guys for joining us today. So used to saying us, but I'm the only one in the room. But it's good to be hanging out with you guys in the chat. I missed you guys on Wednesday, by the way. Basically, my kids have spring break, and they've been staying up a lot later. I felt bad just kind of pushing them on my wife to put them to bed. So we stayed up. We watched Mufasa. It was okay. But I just felt like it was a good time to have some family time. So figured we had content coming out this week, so that would hold you guys over. But here we are this morning too, hanging out. So making up for it. But yeah, you get the round base. The figure looks good itself. I don't think this is a total like fail. Again, when I just put everything into perspective, though, it's just not for me. I don't even really collect the prequels, so it's not really something that was on my radar. I did try to pre-order it at the time, and I missed out. But it's not really something that I'm collecting. I'm more of like, my prequels are Rogue One and Bad Batch, and then I do have Rex, but he kind of fits with the Bad Batch. And then I do have Clone Wars Anakin. I'm going to get young Ahsoka as well to kind of fit in there too. But I don't think I'll ever just collect the prequels. I don't know. I mean, I do have Darth Maul coming as well, but he's just so badass. I got to have Darth Maul. Got to have him. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What do you think? It's not the worst I've seen by any means. I don't think the pictures are terrible either. It's just tough with angles and lighting. Sometimes we don't know. It's actually not as bad as I originally thought, but like here, this isn't working for me at all. There we go. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't look good. Again, it's the volume. Let's look at something else here. I wanna check this out. This was just dropped by Alex and Toy. Let's see. So here we're having it in hand. What do you guys think of that? Easy access to the eyes. That's good. A stupid lightsaber that never works well. I wish Hot Toys would figure that technology out. All right, so here's everything that comes with it. Let's see the figure, though. We don't really necessarily need all of that. I know how the figure articulates. Here we go. What do you guys think? So this is in hand. This isn't blogger photos. The lighting's not terrible. It's too full, man. It's too full. Oh, Valkyrie says I'm actually good with my Clone Wars Anakin. Yeah, same here. Are you going to get the Ahsoka version of that, or just keep the one you got? We got Tighter FL. Almost looks like an 80s hairband version. Exactly. You nailed it on the head. You're going to have to style this. There's no way around it. I do think people are going to get this to look very good. But you're going to have to put the work in. Again, just from being in the chat with DLO, I know he was messing with that Joker figure for weeks, it seemed like. And then he finally got to how he wanted it. So if you're not willing to do that, this might not be for you, this Artisan line. Good news is most of the figures, they have the sculpted versions, but the bad news is this one does not. So I totally get it. Again, this could look a lot worse. But I am worried about the Artisan line because of what's happening with Joker on social media, because this one doesn't just blow me away. It doesn't knock me out of the park. So I am a little worried about the Artisan line. You know, what does this mean for the future? I do think there's a lot of pressure on Hot Toys to get this right. Maybe some of that's from InArt and the good work that they're doing over there. I mean, they have their own issues, but their figures look really good. So I don't know. It seems like they really, and they took a while with this figure too. This thing didn't come out timely. I mean, I thought it was due last fall. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat when this was supposed to come out, but I believe this was delayed. So it's been a while. They've had time to get this 100% right. And I don't know, man, especially like, I don't know how it works with proto pictures or anything like that. Like, you would think Hot Toys would have a representative, and I might be totally out of left field here, but you would think they'd have a representative that would get the figure, have it styled, looking perfectly right, and then, you know, the photographer comes in and photographs it, maybe poses it, but, you know, like, you think, we got to get this hair looking right, you know? So I don't know. We got TK. Don't bury this Anakin too quickly. You're going to look good on the shelf. Styling might be tricky, though. And that's the thing. You're going to have to put in the work for the figure to style it. You know, I don't know if female figures are as much work because the longer hair maybe drapes down just a little bit better, and it might be better out of the box. Again, Steve has the WB 100 Wonder Woman, technically not Artisan, but it is that same wool hair, and he hasn't had to really do anything with it. So I don't know. I'm a little bit more concerned about figures with this kind of hair length. Like, does it have enough weight to actually fall naturally, or does it poof out? Like, that's what I'm seeing with these hairstyles so far, is just too much volume. Hammer of God says, I put in a lot of work on Joker hair, not as much as DLO, and I'm not opposed to doing it, but I feel they need to do better because they shouldn't be off that much to the point we need to restyle so much. We got Steve A. There is no work needed to style it. There you go. Send your figure to Steve and he'll work on it for you. There is no work. But anyways, it's a cool looking figure. Oh, I missed it. Go back. So there he is. There you go. There is the Anakin in hand. Don't have to worry about blogger photos. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's amazing either. It's just maybe not for me. But I also want to look at something else. Bear with me. Let's see here. We got Wayne Timothy. Good morning, collectors. I still want the figure, but I don't feel as bad not getting him now as I did back when he went up for pre-order. Yeah, I don't think this is by any means something you're going to want to cancel if you pre-ordered it, and definitely get it in hand, see what it looks like. I don't think it's that bad. It's not an atrocity or anything like that, but I do wonder, will people still pay up for this figure? Like, is it going to go for, upwards of $800, $900? I don't know. We'll see. The community has a lot of pull when it comes to these figures. I mean, you guys saw the uproar with the Joker, so we'll see. I have all the Artisans, and there's no issue with the hair. They have product in the hair to keep them styled. Yeah, and I'm sure some of it is like user error, with the orangeness and hair falling out and stuff like that. So I just think you're gonna have to style it, and if that's not something you want to do, probably not the figure for you. Valkyrie says if he gets a conversion, he might get it. And Steve is a fan, loves it. I already know I'm going to have to futz with Winter Soldier's hair a good amount since they seem not to get shorter hairstyle that well. Yeah, it's tough. It is tougher with that shorter length, again, just because of the weight of the hair itself. But here's a comparison of the prototype with the release photos. And again, the hair is a lot darker, but see, like, my mouse is behind this, but you see like all of this hair here, how it looks just so much more natural and realistic. There's nothing like that here. It's just these, you can tell they have a lot of product in it, and that's why it's tight, form fitting. And again, like Steve said, you're gonna have to futz with it and style it. But you would have thought for the proto pictures they would have done that just to kind of make it look the best that they can. But it's very much more like crinkled hair as opposed to wavy hair over on the left side. And again, you did lose quality with the proto. That's normal, but this just looks so realistic. Like, it was so good, and this is just comparing it to it is still just so underwhelming. Much better than the 1.0, so it is still the best that we have, but man, it's a little disappointing. It's a little disappointing. Let me see here. Let's go. So here, and these I found on Facebook, so I did not make these. I'm just using them here, but you have the prototype on top, and then you have the figure down on the bottom. And we just looked at the in-hand video, so the hair does look darker no matter which way you swing it. But again, just looks so natural in these photos. This is a really good one too, but like the eyes don't even look lined up here. This looks like a real image of Anakin Skywalker. This definitely looks like the figure. And I think they've lost, it almost looks like, though, maybe it's because they've lost some of the detail in the face, but it looks like some of the expression has been lost too. This looks just much more generic, and this one just looked amazing. So I think that's some of the letdown as well, where you understand you're going to lose just a little bit of quality, but like it looks different though. It doesn't look like the same figure to me, and that's a little frustrating. But again, I have no skin in the game, so if you love this figure, that's great. I don't hate it. I don't love it. And it's not something that I feel bad about not getting. We got Striker 47 joining us. Good morning. I'm glad that people will finally get their Anakin so we can move on and get the dark side version. There you go. And hopefully they give us old timers and some of us scaredy cats a sculpted version as well. We got KG, a longtime friend of the channel. Good morning, guys. Good morning, KG. I hope you're doing well over on the West Coast. Let's see. Use brighter lighting to get the hair to look lighter. You can remove some of the gel hairspray if in the hair, if preferred. I think it's all in the lighting in the blogger photos. Yeah, and again, we don't want to overreact, but we do want to react. In hand might be a little bit different. We saw that one video of in hand photos, but nonetheless, I still want to talk about it. I still want to discuss it. What do you guys think about this? So here's in hand as well. I do think this looks better than the proto pictures. I do think there's more detail, but again, I do like the frode, the eyebrows and how they're kind of looking like a little bit more angry. I think the skin itself looks good. Hair doesn't look bad. Again, I think if you're good at styling, this is, like Steve said, it's gonna be a cakewalk for you. But you guys let me know what you think. So here, is this enough light for you guys? I think the photographer that took these, this is release photos as well, by the way. I got this on, I think it was 16 Republic on Facebook. So these are release photos. Again, I think here the hair doesn't look styled enough. It looks kind of stringy, but overexposed definitely on the face. So I don't know if somebody was using their flash, but not the best photos, but at least, excuse me, still gives you a look at it kind of real time. So here it is kind of front on. Yeah, I don't know. Like here, it just looks too strung out. So again, you're gonna have to mess with it. Best way to do that is water and a paintbrush, or maybe a little mini comb, something like that. But let's see what you guys said in the poll. I'm going to close this poll. Hopefully you guys were able to vote. So what are your thoughts on how Anakin turned out? 40%. We had 55 votes. Pretty good turnout. 40% said this isn't good enough. 32% said they nailed it. 27% says looks good, but the hair's off. So definitely some splits on what the thoughts are, and that's perfectly honest, and that's perfectly normal. Some people are going to love this. Some people are not going to like it at all. And some people are just going to be like, could have been better. So totally agree with that. We also got, man, it's the one problem about starting in the morning. Got that crap in your throat. Let's see. Share a screen here. Let's go back to this. Make me a little bit bigger there. What's up, Hank? It's okay, but not close enough to the prototype. I'll be getting the new Ahsoka version. Yeah, that one looks pretty good too. Definitely looks good. I agree. I do think it's okay. It's not bad. It's not worth canceling, but I'm not sold on the rooted hair. So maybe Black Widow will be the one to do that for me. I just think from what we've seen too far, hairlines aren't correct. Too much volume. And you're going to have to style this thing kind of yourself until you get it to look good. And not everybody's good at that. I mean, it might be easy for some people, but some people struggle with posing. Some people struggle with wired capes. So not everybody's built equally when it comes to collecting these figures. Some people are great at dynamic poses, and some people just kind of have the figure standing up and down because that's not their strong suit. I think it just depends on kind of how your brain works and maybe how either artistic you are or how you can, it's kind of like drawing. Like we all see something, but we can't all put that into action either. Like some of us draw better than others, and some of us it comes easier than others. So that's why you just gotta collect what you love, and if you think this looks great, get it and love it and all that good stuff. But this is the Vader that we got too, the announcement. This is the Vader that I looked at as soon as I woke up, and I was like, I don't see anything different, but I thought it was the lighting, but it's the paint app. So kind of cool. But at the same time, I'm like, man, is Vader turning into the Star Wars version of Iron Man? Are we just going to start getting all these different paint apps and stuff like that? I don't know. I think I might start a poll. I want to start a poll. I don't know what you guys think. So when I say is he the new Star Wars version of Iron Man, I mean in like Hot Toys perspective. So Hot Toys will take Iron Man and they will make any sort of paint app that they can just to kind of sell Iron Man figures. I want to know if you guys think like Darth Vader is kind of going down that same road, or if this is just something cool that they decided to do. Also want to know in the chat what you guys think. Like, you getting this? Are you going to try to get this 2,000 units? Or is this something that's an easy pass for you? I think this does look cool, but this is an easy pass for me. I actually, pray for me, everybody. I actually am not, at this moment in time, getting the battle damage Darth Vader. As cool as that one looks, I don't feel like I have a spot for it in my collection. I have 4 Vaders right now. So I have Obi-Wan, A New Hope, the Tarkin 2-pack, Empire Strikes Back with the Return of the Jedi helmet, and then Return of the Jedi Vader as well. So like 2025 has definitely been OT for me, focusing on the original trilogy. And I don't have the monos anymore, so I don't have like single cases for a figure to be put in. So I don't know where I would put the battle damage Vader. So I'm passing on that, at least for now. Maybe down the road I'll get it. But part of getting Jabba the Hutt and some of these other Star Wars figures was like something had to be sacrificed. And the battle damage Vader, at least at this moment, is that one. This one looks really cool. But again, I have 4 Vaders. I have one for each movie. Where would I put this? And how much is this going to cost? Right? Let's see. We got Conquer Knight joining us this morning. We need a solid gold Vader. Don't put it past them. Do not put it past them. You also need your Chrome version as well. Hammer of God says Iron Man, Spider-Man, Vader, and Batman are pillars for Hot Toys. These are all equivalent to Iron Man variants. True. We got that WB100 Batman. Remember that one, the gray and blue? Saw one on eBay the other day for $250. So I don't think anybody's a big fan of that. This Vader is pants. Way better ones already out there and on the way. Figure it out, man. I like it because I do have to figure that out. So I like the name. Yeah, Gold Vader incoming. Yeah, Pop Art Vader. Yeah, they did a Funko Pop like this, like a vintage version a while ago too. So yeah, so Hammer of God says I'm okay with this being a Japan exclusive. So this is 1,000 units available in Japan, and then Hot Toys exclusive version limited to 2,000 units available in selected channels. So do we think this will hit Sideshow and there'll be like a kind of a lottery for that? I don't know. I would think so, but I gotta say this looks cool. But I'm also okay with this being a Japan exclusive because this is a character that we all have. If we love the character, right, we have it. We can get stuff with Vader. So this is just one of those figures you can get, but it's got a different paint app. And I feel like that's the perfect exclusive because of that reason, that nobody's going to miss out completely on this. Like Galen, I'm still okay with because I don't think a lot of people honestly would want that figure if it was readily available. But because he's, you know, an exclusive, people are now kind of up in arms that, you know, they want him because you can't get him anywhere else. We've never seen him before. Like, this is a perfect exclusive, and I'm okay with it. I want to see what this looks like in person, though, because is it going to look goofy? And what does this fit with, you know? That's the other issue. What would, like, I just talked about canceling, you know, my battle damage Vader, but what are you going to put this with? Because it's got such a different look. It's probably going to stand out. So let's see. Oh, we got Brad in the house. Another Vader pass. Yeah, I think for a lot of people it's going to be an easy pass, but again, that's why it's good to be an exclusive and be so limited. Who designed this Vader? Andy Warhol. We got TK saying that Vader is exactly what a con event exclusive should be. Repaint, retool of a figure already available at a wider release, not brand new, never released. Yes, perfectly said. Perfectly said. If they do a Vader with leather, good. I would buy it. So I was reading and I was looking like, is this the elastic suit? But it didn't say anything. So I'm assuming this is pleather as well. And even if it was elastic, man, even if it was elastic, it looks like you got paint apps on the suit itself. So you really couldn't use this as a substitute. Not to say you really could anyway, because it is so limited, but here you can just, if we zoom in so you can see all the paint apps on the actual suit itself. Very interesting. This reminds me of like a NECA RoboCop that I had a while back too, where they did it like the video game, and he had like the purples and pinks painted on him to kind of replicate that lighting. But then also, yeah, Funko Pop has done this stuff too. So Hammer of God says yes, it will hit Sideshow. Brad's waiting for that Chewie Empire Strikes Back, because I'm definitely waiting for that one as well. Looking forward to that. What the hell is that? Oh man, let's see here. Japan version has special box sleeve that is so weak for exclusivity. We got OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. We've all got a Vader or 4. Yeah, that's true. Man, when I first started collecting, it was like, I just need one character representation and then I'm good. But like now I'm like, nope, I need A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then obviously Obi-Wan series, because that Vader is really awesome. But yeah, I have more Luke Skywalkers than I do Batman figures right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 Luke Skywalkers, and I have 4 Batman figures. So man, you guys know me. Batman is my favorite character to collect, but Star Wars is my favorite IP to collect. We got TX Boy in the house. Morning, everyone. Interesting Vader this morning. The new battle damaged Vader and Kenobi are enough for me to satisfy my Vader fix. Same. This is intriguing, but I don't know where I would put it. Get a mono set up with Pop Art Vader, Pop Art Iron Man, Teacup Trooper, and some weirdo figures. Good morning. We got Daniel joining us as well. Good to see this guy in the chat. Longtime friend of the channel, another Star Wars fan. Just don't get it. Oh man. Brad says, but isn't that Luke? I think the Artisan Edition something other than pleather. Yeah, so that's like more of that. It's like I think that windbreaker material, something like a. I want to say elastic isn't the word I'm looking for. Nylon, maybe nylon material. And I'm sure the Vaders will be 2.0, 3.0, and we'll get that same suit. So those things, like that first Vader that's announced and released with the with that nylon suit, is gonna be, man, that thing's gonna be parted out like crazy. We got Collector Joey waking up with us this morning. Yo, what's going on, my friend? Caught a little bit of his show last night. Cop or Drop. If you guys haven't, go check out his show. He was talking about the Anakin release as well. So go check him out and get his thoughts on that. He is one of the nicest YouTubers out there in the community, and I appreciate you watching the show this morning, my friend. We got Mitchell. This Vader's a hard pass. I would have much preferred a Revenge of the Sith Vader non-pleather. Looking forward to Return of the Jedi, Han Solo, and Chewbacca. Yeah, same here. Looking forward to those figures as well. OT is my go-to, obviously, with OT for life. That's right, Star Wars OT for life. But if they came out with this Vader as Revenge of the Sith and it was limited, I mean, that people would be in an uproar. So I'm glad they didn't, because that's a figure that everybody should have the opportunity to collect. So I'm glad it is something like this, because the fact that it is an easy pass for a lot of us is a good thing, right? We don't have to worry about missing out or anything like that. Unreal 89 Batman head finally shipped. Is that the whole? Okay, yeah, that's the whole cowl. I know I have the it's the Jackson faceplate on pre-order with 1/6 kit. So at first I thought maybe you were talking about that, but yeah, I know Unreal did do the whole cowl. So man, that's pretty cool. Again, another figure that I love, but could have been done a little bit better. Yes, it is nylon. Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate that. We got Darth Profi in the house. What's going on, Mario? Thank you for joining me. Another friend of the channel. Hope you're doing well there. We got Korzik. Hey, yo, Joey. Hello, Jedi Knight. What's going on, my friend? Are you happy with the Anakin release? We just talked about it, but always good to know, especially since you have that profile picture. We got Brick Artemis in the house. Too sweet to you, my friend. Thank you for joining me this morning. I got 68 in the house. Hit that like button as we talk about Anakin and this Darth Vader. Let's go through some of these pictures, guys. Let me zoom out just a hair. One more. So again, this is going to be a exclusive, a Hot Toys exclusive, 1,000 units for Japan, 2,000 worldwide. And you can see, so like they've kind of tried to make it look like a vintage lighting effect. They call it the dueling effect, I think, or the dual, what did they say here? It's the dueling effect version. It's very interesting. It's cool, but it's not something where I'm like, it's cool, I want it. Like it's a cool concept, cool idea, but I don't need this. And does it work? I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't know how this fits with your other stuff, but like, does it work just in general? Like, I don't know, because I don't know. I'm trying to process this in my head, I guess. So like, I collect these figures because I want them to be screen accurate for the most part. I think the only one that I've made the exception on is that D100 Iron Man, which I love, by the way. Paint app is just awesome, but it still looks real. Like this looks more animated, I guess. So I just don't know if this works for me personally, and I guess I'm just kind of talking this out with you guys, my feelings about this, trying to articulate my feelings. But it's cool. But at the same time, I don't know if it works, and I definitely don't need it. That's for sure. Jazzy, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a channel member. Hey, Neon Tech Vader, what do you think? You gonna get this? Come on now. Honest opinion, sculpt looks great. Hair looks off. This is about Anakin. Made it longer and hair looks drier or darker. It's a bit disappointing for how long we've waited. Yeah, I agree. Like, not sold on that Artisan line. Kind of leery about it. I don't like the hairlines that we've seen so far. I don't like the volume in the hair as well. Really think they should have styled it prior so that it just came out looking as good as it could. But I don't think you should cancel. I don't think you should cancel. It's not that bad. I feel like the Vader capes used to be better. I feel like with A New Hope, Tarkin Vader, even Empire Strikes Back, I feel like the capes were better. They changed it up for Obi-Wan and Return of the Jedi. I feel like the collars don't tuck as nice, but then also they don't lay as nice. I don't know. Like, this just looks not the greatest. But yeah, you got paint apps on the cod piece, you got on the boxes, and again, all over the suit. I wonder if, I'm assuming that's like screen printed on the suit. So like you aren't going to feel like a texture or anything to it. I can see this looking good with those bright ass lightsabers people use and keep lit. The CCFLs, that's where it's at. I don't keep mine lit very often, but they do look cool. I think you're right. You might be being sarcastic here, but I think you're right. Alex and Toy has an unboxing short. Yep, we did watch that. Definitely gave us a good in-hand look of the figure itself. I just think the hair is off, and if you can style it, more power to you. This looks like a mono Venom Psy. Yeah, yeah. We'll see. They used to make Vader more often. Him and Fett were Iron Man for a while. You guys are coming too fast. Keep clicking. When is Hot Toys going to give us Hoth Luke? Oh, Hoth Han. Bespin Han 2.0 Leia. Tauntaun and Wampa. Oh, man. You are getting my juices flowing this morning, Mitchell. I am all for it. Give us the Hoth characters. Oh, man. I was even like, I once in a while when I'm really bored, I'll even search the Sideshow Hoth characters and be like, should I? But I can't. Can't do it, but man, I need it. I need it. Who doesn't want paint apps on their cod piece? Exactly. I mean, it's the best of both worlds. Empire Strikes Back Vader cape is the best, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. They changed them up, and I have not been as happy with those recently. We got 1/6 fix in the Chizat this morning. TGIF to you, Marco. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I do think people should get it too. I think people will overreact. I think people already are from the Joker. That's why we saw such an influx of conversions yesterday. So maybe we'll see even more. Keep your fingers crossed if this is something that you want. Can we get another Spider-Man? Come on, it's been like a whole week. Easy, buddy. Easy. If you have a CCFL, do you really need the figure to have neon paint on it? Won't the CCFL do the work? Yeah, but I think it'll also just highlight these paint apps as well. We need a new Boba Fett. It's been like 2 years since the last Fett. What do you want to see with that? Do you want to see 2.0? You want to see just a reissue or just like a totally different like paint app? What do you want to see with that, OG? Trooper variants will be incoming. Oh, Matt has a great point. And that was kind of like my next question is, do you guys think, because we were just talking about like, what do you put this with? Do you think there's going to be more that comes out? Do you think it's going to be exclusive? Do you think they'll just come out with troopers? Do you think this is like the theme for this year? I don't know. I don't know, man. Not for me. But I could definitely see, though, people that would want this, like Vader collectors in general, just having this variant. I definitely see it. Like, again, it's cool, but at the same time, not cool enough. Comic inspired dueling effect pattern. So yeah, comic inspired. And here's everything that you get. You get the light up function. Let's just zoom in here. You get the comic inspired dueling effect pattern. You get a normal style Star Wars base. You get all of the gloved hands. And that's the one thing I did like that they did with Return of the Jedi, was that they fixed the peg system for the hands, the gloved hands to go in. Man, that was such a pain. You'd actually be afraid to switch out the hands of your Darth Vader, but not anymore because they fixed that with the last one. So there you have it. 2,000 limited. Doesn't sound like too many people are going to get this. Let's end the poll. So is Vader the new Star Wars version of Iron Man? 65% said yes. 34% said no. I don't think it'll ever be as bad, but obviously he's the most popular Star Wars character. So if they were going to do it with one, it would be him, most likely. Plus, it's a full suit, so you could do different paint apps and stuff like that. It's not like he's a character like an Obi-Wan Kenobi where you're painting the skin gold or anything. So I think this one it works if they're going to do that, but not something that I'd want to collect. So yeah, there you have it. I'm hoping we get other Star Wars stuff, by the convention, by the celebration, by May the 4th. I feel like we always have our hopes up each spring, and each year we're kind of let down because like we talk about all these anniversary dates and all that stuff, but each year I just feel like we kind of get the hype going in our own minds, and then it never lives up to that. Where I think last year was last year Return of the Jedi? Was it 2 years ago? That might have been 2 years ago now. We're like, oh, we're going to get this. We're going to get that. This is coming. Oh, 2.0 of this. And I think all we got was Return of the Jedi Vader, and then C-3PO, right? Just those two. So there's so much more they can do. Like, and I don't know if it's because Sideshow's done it already, but like, give me a Gamorrean Guard. Give me Boushh Leia. Give me Bib Fortuna. Give me some of this other stuff too. The Hoth figures that we just talked about recently. Like, come on, like, give us OT love. Like, I need it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do for Revenge of the Sith. I'm sure we'll get a couple figures for that, but I always just feel like it's never enough. But we will see. Let's see here. Hammer of God says, I want an all-white prototype Boba to counter the arena suit all-black Boba. Yeah, that'd be cool. And I believe Sideshow did that one as well, but that is definitely something that Hot Toys could do. Let's see. PSI Judge Sanderson. I like it. Looks superb from a distance. Just waiting to see it in hand. Yeah, that'll be cool too. We've got Mark Attack says, hey, Graham, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for joining us this morning. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. 3 weeks out. Yes, we are. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. But yeah, I think we're going to call it a day for now. It was so fun waking up with you guys, talking about Anakin, talking about this Darth Vader. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't forget, go check out my my video on the Display Heroes custom Hot Toys bases. They work really well for like your 2-packs where like Leia and Wicket, you get 2 clunky bases. Here you can get like 1 base for them both. Like your Snow Troopers, you could get a double snow base for them. You can get just a more premium feel, and you can do so much custom stuff. If you have Sideshow figures that just have that black base, you could definitely look into Display Heroes and get some bases there. It does really good work. They're all custom made. And then John Wick just dropped live this morning for the general audience. So if you guys want to see videos early, consider being a channel member. I also do shout outs. We do shorts for channel members only as well. So if you guys are interested in that, want to support the channel, feel free to do that. But just by you guys watching is good enough for me. So just love hanging out with you guys, talking about the hobby, and kind of going from there. As it comes for next week, we'll be back with Wolfpack Wednesday. And then I'm probably going to be getting the Spider Punk at some point next week. Depends on how quickly Brick Artemis reviews it because he's getting it before me. Thanks to Jeremy Casa, Plastic Hero Collectibles, for giving me the opportunity to review those figures. And I'm really curious about that one. I have Miles G coming after that. Those are two that I'm considering getting. So that might tip the scale one way or another if I get it or not. So I'm very excited about that. Brad is asking, is that Jazz Inc. 89? It is. Yep. I got that maybe 3 weeks ago now. I did a review on that as well. So if you guys are looking to see my thoughts on the Jazz Inc., you can see that. And then I do have the 89 Batman 2.0 standing in front of him too. But very happy with this Batmobile as well. Will I ever pay that kind of money for a vehicle again? It's not likely, but never say never, right? I just don't like to cross that line a lot. So, but man, my first movie in the theater, Batman is my favorite character. Love it. So I had to get it. I had to make it work. Got lucky, got a waitlist conversion. So almost missed out, but not quite. But yeah, so that's going to do it for today. Lots of cool stuff coming on the channel. Again, I'm trying to do anytime I can do a live when it's like impromptu. I definitely want to do that. So hat off today. Now I'm going to hang out with the fam and kind of go from there. But hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.